Hello, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths. We will go ahead and get started here. I'm going to pull up some affirmations for us. How is our Aquarius doing? Where is our energy? Where are we putting our energy? Who are we giving our energy to? What's going on in the mind? What's going on in our creative mind? That is a channeled message. I'm getting fruitful, Aquarius. I'm also getting imaginative, curiosity. I'm getting playful, fantasy. You're having a lot of visions here. I think you're kind of just seeing the world in I'm imagining you're seeing the world like an anime. Everything animated. I seen 111 on the timestamp. That could be very significant for some of you. First affirmation, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. That is very powerful. That is very compassionate. Okay. I'm also getting you may be seeing, you're having visions and you're seeing the world like it's all animated, pixelated is what I'm getting. That's kind of cool. You're having a lot of visions and you're in this fantasy world. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. It's kind of like this vibe I'm getting of you just being in your lane. You just being on top of everything that you need to do, tasks, at work, whatever it is that you do for work. Like when you go to work, it's like ready to go. You're on top of every task. You're like one step ahead, 2 steps ahead, right? This is also saving yourself from all of the stress. It's like play later and work hard right now, and then the play comes after. But you're just like, I'm seeing the world as so animated, like a fantasy almost. I feel like you're using your creative mind a lot these days. Aquarius. I was going to say Capricorn. We are, however, in Capricorn season. You're seeing things from a different perception. Almost peculiar is what I'm getting here. Like you're seeing things animated. That's interesting. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. You also may be watching a lot of anime. You love anime. You watch a lot of cartoons. You're just in this happy land, fantasy land, fantasy place in your mind. Look, imagination. I so thought of this just now when I said imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I'm also going to take that because that's something that you're in right now, I feel. Heavy emphasis on your crown chakra. You are in what's the word? Nirvana. Okay, take that as it resonates. I have pride, happiness, acceptance, and imagination. These are all very fruitful energies, like very bountiful, very, again, accepting, very, what's the word? What's the word? Very playful. Okay, did I say that already? Visionary. You may be one who is an artist. You're a painter. You are a visionary. You are an entrepreneur. You are a creator, whatever that means for you in your life, however you want to define that. You are a inventor, okay? Heavy emphasis on inventor. I'm also getting you are an architect. These are things that are coming up. Heavy emphasis on creative aspect of yourself, creative mind. What's going on for our Aquarius here? You're also feeling like really goofy, very playful, like I said, very goofy, like laughing a lot with your friends, making jokes. You may be like a comedian. You love comedy. You love to make people laugh. Like that's what gets you through the day, is like when you laugh. When you see somebody laughing, when you hear somebody makes a joke, you know, you really appreciate that. You love to laugh and you love to make people laugh. I have the 7 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. I'm going to pull up some more cards here. So much more to look forward to is the channeled message I was getting. I'm also getting like you love race cars. You have such a funny character. I feel funny inside. I don't know what it is. I was just like being goofy and like cracking jokes, like just to myself because I'm weird. But you're feeling funny. You're giggling. You may be giggling. I don't know. I feel funny in my stomach. Okay, let's go over these cards right now. You are, like I mentioned earlier about work, like you're just like on a roll here, Aquarius. Whatever it is that you do for work, you're just like, okay, let's go into work. Let's do what we got to do. Pay attention, be honest, be truthful to yourself. Don't get into anybody's bad side. Don't do it this way or do it with purpose. I gotta find my balance. Like you're just so focused and concentrated in everything that you do at work. I'm hearing you're not a slacker. Never one and never was one. You are your own leader. I'm gonna drink my tea here 1 second. Oh, snaps. You are your own leader, Aquarius. You may also be in like a manager position, or you're moving up to a manager position. You could be moving up to any like leadership role. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Clarify the 7 of Wands, sorry. You are like in this energy of affirming yourself. Okay, is this good enough? Am I good? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this the right way? Am I perfect in this? You know, you're affirming to yourself. Positive, yes. Harsh, yes. But I think that's something that you need. Like very like tough love almost. Okay. Okay, there's some emotions coming up here. Cups represents emotions. It represents intuition, feelings. All right, the 6 of Wands. Clarify this, please. So you're channeling all of this energy, right, at work. You could have a lot of emotions that are coming up for you, and you're just like, okay, let me just release and take all of this energy and, you know, put it into work. Channel this by working really hard. Channel all of this energy by working very diligently. I think this is your way of having to find inner peace, Aquarius. I don't think you're one to want to be serious all the time, but when it does get serious, you're just kind of like, I'm a little bothered. You really don't like it when it gets serious, so then you find yourself to like want to go back to being funny, want to go back to joking, want to go back to like you know, just being on the lighter side of things. Thank you. Seven of Cups, bottom of the deck. Yeah, so you also have Pentacles here. I think that for the most part, you're really just also having to understand the emotions and the feelings that are coming up. Like, comfortable or not, Aquarius, I think you're one to just really meet with it in the middle. Like, you're trying to meet it in the middle. You're trying to like, okay, like I said about imaginative, like using your imagination, you're seeing it from like an animated version of it. That's freaking awesome. You're like using your mind to look at it from an animated version and not so much as like realistically. I suppose that when it does get serious, you know, you tend to, you go straight to using your imagination. This is a channeled message that I'm getting here. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect on my mind. I'm getting like, you're wired this way, Aquarius. When things get too serious and you don't know how to handle your emotions. Not that you don't know how to handle your emotions. I'm not saying that in that way. It's just at times when things get difficult and you are overwhelmed with a lot of things already, and then an emotion comes up and you're just like, ah, fuck, this is another thing on my plate. But you're just trying to like look at it from, like I said, a lighter, you're trying to look at it in a lighter side. So what happens then is that, let's say your body is too much in pain, too much overwhelmed with emotions, you then use your imagination, your imaginative mind. You then use your creative mind, and then you start to look at things from an animated point of view, fantasy-like. You don't like to look at it realistically. That's what I'm getting. You like to play it out in your mind. You know, this can also be why you like to laugh a lot and try to make people laugh, you know? It's not so much of like, oh, I'm so sad or I'm so emotional, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like, and I say that very bluntly because, I mean, it has become a world where, you know, it's been okay. And we're allowing it, but it's not okay. So in this way, it's like when we use our creative aspect of ourselves, this is going to help us soothe a lot of that painful emotions and a lot of that painful thoughts that you are having. So then you turn to fantasy, you turn to anime, you turn to comedy, you turn to things that make you feel lighter inside, because perhaps the pain is way too overwhelming that it's either repress it, bottle it in, or channel it through creating, channel it through, you know, perhaps maybe even playing video games, channel it through just being playful, turning the pain into a joke. And perhaps that may and probably will offend a lot of people. But why is there comedy? You know what I mean? Like, why are there a lot of comedians out there? Why, you know, it's just having to look at pain and then turning it into funny. Looking at pain and making it lighter, not so dark. Because there are some who turns to darkness and then it all of a sudden consumes them, and then they become all darkness, like all consuming of it, right? What I'm getting here for you, Aquarius, it's more of like, no, let's turn this into like a playful thing. Like, let's paint a picture of it and then laugh about it later on. You're just wanting to move forward with a more brighter and lighter energy. If that is resonating with a lot of you, if that is resonating with some of you. Where you are with your consciousness, where you are with your awareness, Aquarius, the outcome of that is the inner work you have been practicing. Take that as it resonates as well. Where you have been with your consciousness, this is like really showing you what the world is like and what the world has become. And perhaps there are some things that, you know, you're not very much agreeing with. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of things that you are disagreeing with, and a lot of things that you also have been reflecting about it. And for the most part, you're just having to use your imagination. Seeing it from a lighter perspective and not so much dark. If you can use fantasy to do that, if you can turn to anime or make everything animated so it's not so realistic and raw, because maybe that makes you feel very uncomfortable, do that. You have such unique character is what I'm getting here. You have such a unique character that your visions almost look different from the rest. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense, and I hope that some of you are getting this, because you know, as I channel messages, I'm trying to also put it together in my mind. But let me tell you that when I'm in the moment and I'm channeling the messages, I'm not actually getting it myself until after I post the video and I read and I watch the whole thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's registering very clearly in my head. But right now I'm just trying to put it into like a puzzle. It's like, you're like, okay, why is this thing like this, right? Like when you look at someone or you look at a thing and you're trying to reflect on it in your mind, like you're trying to put it together in your mind, and you're just like, what's the truth behind that? Or like, why is that person like that? Or why is the word like this? And you're trying to put it in your mind, right? As best as you can in a lighter version, like lighter perspective. What I'm getting with this Queen of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords with this Judgment, is like, okay, let's get to the bottom of it. Let's try to understand it. But I don't really want to look at this in a dark perspective. Like, I don't want to get too dark. I'm feeling funny again. I'm gonna drink my tea. 1 second. Like, you're just having to look at things with a smiling face. I hope that is making sense. You're having to look at this in a very positive, brighter perspective with such character. Like I said, I keep coming back to you looking at things from an animated point of view. Everything is animated. Your world is animated. Your mind is animated. You would like to see things from an animated perspective as opposed to it being so realistic and raw, because it's boring. Like, to you, it's like, I don't like that. That's what I'm getting. your character, your energy does not allow you to think like that. How you're wired does not allow you to think like that. Your instinctual aspect of yourself does not allow you to think things like that. Like very unwholesome. So like, for instance, if somebody were to, bring you a very unwholesome, negative perspective, like somebody just, talking about their story, somebody's saying a story, or somebody telling you, about their day, and then it sounds a little negative, you're like, okay, how can I turn this negativity into something more lighter? Like, I don't really want to look at it like that, dude. Like, kind of like that. So then you step in, and then you voice your opinion about it, and you pretty much like give that kind of balance to that person. Like, okay, like this, like you're kind of like having them picture something else rather than having to look at it from a darker, negative perspective, if you will. Like using your insights and giving them the balance that they need in that area. Okay. Like where you are with your consciousness may not look like it's very alien. It's not normal. It's very alien. And I don't think there's anything wrong with alien. I think alien is just like, like on a higher level of intelligence, if you will. It's not so like weird, You may feel out of place, but it's like, I'm not going to go against myself. This is who I am, pretty much. Like, I'm not going to go against who I am. Like, I'm not going to go against how I'm wired. This is who I am. Like, why would I change myself, right? You're one in your community. Okay. I'm getting you're one in your community. You're one at your job to bring positivity, bring a very lighter perspective into things. So much more with quality, with intelligence, conscientious, if that's the word. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna pull up some numbers for you guys before I wrap this up. Aquarius, thank you guys for your continued love and support. All of my information will be in, wrong deck, sorry. All of my information will be in the description box below. If you guys want a personal reading, you can email me. All of that information will be down on there as well. Just gonna pull up some numbers here. You guys very much honor your individuality. The number 8. Heavy emphasis on there's so much more to look forward to for you guys. Number 6. Ooh, number 2. I'm going to pull up another one. Okay, and then 2 more. Queen. I'm getting like you may be getting married this year. Aw, King and Queen. Perfect. And then I have the number 2. Love is in the air. Thank you guys for letting me do this reading. I will see you in the next. Take care of you guys. And Happy New Year. Love you guys. Bye.